In a quiet village, near a wide, slow-moving river, there lived a bright green parrot. His feathers shone like fresh leaves after the first rain of the season. When sunlight touched his wings, they glowed softly, as if nature itself had painted him with care. The villagers called him Meetho because his voice was sweet and clear, gentle like a morning prayer. Meetho did not live in a cage like other parrots in nearby villages. He lived freely on an old neem tree that stood beside a small mud house. The neem tree was tall and wise, its branches spreading wide like open arms. Beneath it lived an old man named Hari. Hari lived alone. His wife had passed away many years ago, leaving behind silence and memories. His children had moved to the city long ago. At first they sent letters, then fewer letters, then none at all. The mud house, once full of laughter, now echoed only with footsteps and sighs. Meetho became Hari's companion. Every morning, Meetho woke him before sunrise. He called his name gently, repeating the words Hari loved most. Hari would smile, open his tired eyes, and say, "Good morning, my friend." Meetho sat on the window ledge as Hari drank his tea. In the afternoon, Meetho talked while Hari rested on his old wooden bed. In the evening, Meetho sang as the sun sank behind the river. The villagers often paused near the house and smiled. "Look at that parrot," they said. "He is more loyal than family." Meetho heard those words and felt proud. His chest lifted, his heart felt warm. He believed his purpose was clear: to make Hari happy. Slowly, Meetho began to shape his life entirely around Hari. If Hari was sad, Meetho sang louder. If Hari was tired, Meetho stayed silent. If Hari was sick, Meetho did not leave the tree even to eat. He stopped flying far. He stopped exploring the riverbanks. He stopped listening to the calls of distant birds. Without realizing it, Meetho forgot his own wishes. He forgot the deep forest. He forgot the joy of long flight. He forgot that the sky belonged to him, too. One afternoon, the wind carried unfamiliar voices. A group of parrots flew down and landed on the neem tree. Their feathers were colorful. Their eyes were bright. They laughed, played, and shared stories of mango groves and forest rain. Meetho listened quietly. One young parrot hopped closer and asked, "Brother, why do you stay here alone? Come with us." "The forest is full of fruit and freedom." Meetho looked toward the mud house. Through the open door, he saw Hari sleeping, his breath slow and shallow. "I cannot leave," Meetho replied softly. "He needs me." The parrots did not argue. They nodded with understanding and flew away. Meetho watched them until they became small dots in the sky. His heart felt heavy, but he told himself it was love. Days passed, seasons changed. Hari grew weaker. His hands shook, his steps slowed. He could no longer walk to the river. Meetho tried harder. He spoke all day. He sang all night. His voice grew tired, but he did not stop. He believed love meant sacrifice without limits. One cold morning, silence filled the house. Hari did not wake up. Meetho called his name, again and again. He fluttered inside the house, landed on the bed, touched Hari's shoulder with his beak. Nothing moved. Villagers came quietly. Someone covered Hari with a white cloth. Someone whispered prayers. Meetho sat on the sill, watching. The warmth was gone. His purpose was gone. His world, which had been so small and focused, had suddenly vanished. When the villagers carried Hari's body away, Meetho did not follow. He flew back to the neem tree. He waited for morning, but there was no name to call. He waited for afternoon, but there was no voice to soothe. He waited for evening, but there was no smile to sing for. Meetho stayed in the tree for 3 days. He was silent. He was empty. On the 4th morning, a breeze rustled the leaves, and the rising sun touched his bright green wings. Meetho felt a familiar call, a faint echo from the forest. It was the call of freedom he had muted for so long. He looked around. The house was empty. The tree was silent. Slowly, Meetho lifted his wings. He rose above the neem tree, above the mud house, above the village. He flew higher and higher until the sky welcomed him. He flew toward the distant forest, toward the freedom he had forgotten he deserved. It was a beautiful, powerful flight, but as he flew, he carried a truth he had learned too late. Sometimes, in the act of giving all your light to another, you accidentally extinguish your own. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing.